So this is a real quick video to explain why I want to speak to bodybuilders. And by bodybuilders, I mean anyone who lifts primarily for looks. So why do I want to speak to bodybuilders? Well, first, let's consider the theories put forward by bodybuilders themselves. Theory number one, that I'm having a midlife crisis. This is entirely possible. I have been started to lift weights recently. I've been getting extensively tattooed and shaving bits into my hair. So it is entirely possible that I am having a midlife crisis. Theory two is that I want to fuck you. Well, I can understand why you think that. You're incredibly hot. We all know that. And I thank those of you who have made kind offers in that regard. But thank you very much. I'm sorted. So who the fuck am I, a middle-aged woman who wants to talk to you about your body, but who doesn't want to fuck you? Well, I'm an anthropologist. That means I study culture, and at the moment I'm studying muscle culture, and I will be for the foreseeable future because it is so bloody fascinating. So I started my research with Ziz and his fans. Because I was looking for a research project, I Googled Australia's steroids and I found Ziz on the first page of results. And so I started my research thinking I'm just going to do a quick study of the place of image and performance enhancing drugs in the Ziz fandom. I'm going to be in and out of the field, write a paper, boom, done, out of there. But I soon realised there's much more to Ziz than his alleged image and performance enhancing drug use. And I also went a bit native. You know, I started getting this urge to do push-ups and crunches, and then I was early for a class at the gym, so I thought, oh, I'll get on some machines. And then I thought, oh, okay, I'll get a trainer, and I learned the various lifts, which was much harder than I thought it would be. And I thought, hey, I really like how I feel doing these things. You know, I like how I feel in my body. I feel more present, you know, more here in my body. And I've got a lot more confidence in my physicality and I carry myself differently. So I'm forever in debt to bodybuilders for teaching me how to live in my body in a different way. And I thought, well, you know, let's get abs for summer and things like this. I thought, oh, it can't be that hard. So I started counting macros and stuff like that. And I realized that it is fucking hard to get shredded. And I couldn't do it, which has just increased my resolve to find out what drives you people to do these things with your body. You know, what is the motivation to do these things that are really hard to do? It fascinates me. So that's my reason for doing the research. But what's in it for you? Well, I think I can make your lives better. Now, my PhD, my training as an anthropologist has given me a voice in audiences that you might not be able to reach. Now, I know that everyone thinks that we all have equal voices, especially in the day of the internet that we live in, and but we don't, you know. People have different audiences. Some voices are heard more than others. So I, through my training as an anthropologist, have this great privilege of having a voice in amongst people that have the power to change your life. For example, image and performance enhancing drugs. Now, I think we're doing an absolutely shithouse job in many countries ensuring the health and well-being of image and performance enhancing drug users. We have doctors who often know less than users, who can't or won't provide adequate health care. We have laws in many countries that are doing more harm than they are doing good, and which seem to be poorly informed. So I can get in the ear of people who can change these things. Therefore I'm interested in talking to bodybuilders so that I can be a bridge between you and the powers that be that can change your lives. I'm interested in talking to all bodybuilders. My focus is on recreational bodybuilders, so those that don't compete. But I'm interested in talking to anyone. So even if you do compete, please get in touch. My focus is on image and performance enhancing drugs, but that doesn't mean that I only want to talk to users. I want to talk to all bodybuilders because I think all bodybuilders have some knowledge of these drugs and have considered these drugs, even if only briefly, before dismissing them. So I think all of you have got something that you could tell me about these drugs, and all of you definitely have something that you could tell me about muscle culture and sort of the context of this drug use. So I'm interested in talking to all bodybuilders, big or small, whether you've started recently or whether you've been lifting for years, whether you're an image and performance enhancing drug user or not, whether you're a Ziz fan or not. Now, I understand that not all bodybuilders are Ziz fans, and I know that he really divides bodybuilders. Some people hate him, some people love him, and I'm very aware that Ziz and his fans are not representative of bodybuilding as a whole. So I'm interested in talking to anyone, whether they're a Ziz fan or not. I'm looking to extend my knowledge beyond the Ziz community, but I'm also interested in building my knowledge of that Ziz community as well, because they are just so fucking fascinating. So whether you're an image and performance enhancing drug user or not, whatever you say to me is completely private and confidential. I have an ethical agreement with my university not to reveal your identity to anyone. So I would be the only person who knows that it was you who said whatever you choose to tell me. I will use your words, but I would do so in a way that doesn't identify you. So you've got nothing to lose, and there's no real risk to you at all. Well, nothing to lose other than a bit of time talking to me. Now, people that have worked with him before have said it wasn't completely crap. You know, I'm all right to talk to, and that they've learned a bit about themselves. They've got a few insights into their own lives. There's also the chance to contribute to knowledge. You know, muscle is a cultural issue, and we need anthropologists like myself studying it. You know, we've got, in some countries, image and performance enhancing drugs are available over the counter, and yet locals in those countries don't use them. And then we've got other countries where people risk quite severe legal penalties in order to use. And so what's the difference here? Well, it's culture. So we need people who specialize in the study of culture, like myself, in order to understand muscle and to understand image and performance enhancing drug use. So there's benefits to you, benefits for knowledge, and I think benefits to the bodybuilding community, in that I can provide a foundation which I'm hoping can change things like healthcare provision and the law. Now, I'm not asking much either. All I want to do is chat to you, you know, through Messenger, through email, on the phone if you want, face to face if you're in Brisbane. How much you engage with me is completely up to you. How personal it gets, how much depth you get into, it's all up to you. You call all the shots. All I'd like you to do is get in touch if you could. Hope to hear from you. See ya. Here's my contact details. My name's Maya Underwood, as in you, Myron? Yeah, you, Maya. Please get in touch however you prefer. If you'd like Wicca and to keep your identity private, that's fine with me. Check out my YouTube if you want to see some of my previous research. As you will see, I don't judge. As an anthropologist, I'm trained not to. Instead, I want to understand your experience from your perspective and how it makes sense given your norms, values, meanings, morals, you know, rather than my outsider perspective. So get in touch. Look forward to hearing from you.